Well, hello there. Come on in. Welcome. It's such an honor to be here with you today. And I just have been called to do this particular video because I had a request to create a tapping audio for someone who is dealing with an issue that I think many of us have dealt with or perhaps are dealing with now. And it's causes a lot of consternation. It keeps us up at night, and the spinning thoughts can just go out of control because we always think that we're doing the right thing, and it just kind of gets to us when it doesn't work that way. So this is about betrayal, about when you have a particular relationship, whether it's a friendship, a relative and family, or whether it's in business and there's someone perhaps that works with you or for you, or, can be a great working relationship, at least you think. And suddenly something gives way, and this person truly, there's no better word than betrayal, where everything just falls apart and they walk away and they take with them things that you have shared. Whether you helped them through something, you helped them build their business or their relationships, whatever it is, because it can be anything. You're feeling truly, first of all, like, seriously, how could this happen? How could they do this? How could they? I just don't get it. And the thoughts begin to spin. And our emotions run from disbelief and disappointment to pure anger, down to sadness and back again. So I just want to touch base on this for you, on how you can work with that. And it can happen when you're just really upset with someone that you have truly been closer with. And it can also be with someone that you've always had an issue, you always didn't trust, or you just didn't like being around them that much because their energy wasn't good with you. And then something else happened and you're like really upset now because of it. So I just want you to bring up something like that, whether it's an ongoing thing right now, something that you have experienced, and it caused you a lot of these spinning thoughts. And, you may have just witnessed it from someone else's experience where you are, close to them and you hated seeing them go through it. So just bring up this recollection if you can, or if you're in the middle of it, of course, bring that up. And I want you to just tune in to what that is for you as far as this amount of stress within you. Bring up any words about the issue. What's the primary issue for you? What's showing up? And just get an image. If you're visual, many of us are not, but just get that sense, that feeling, that knowing about it. And then tune into your body. Where are you feeling that in your body? What's the bodily sensation that you get when you bring this up? Sometimes when it first happens, it can really catch you like, and it's in your chest or your heartbeat or your breath. But it can be a sense of nausea in your stomach, your solar plexus. It can be a gut punch in your belly. You can have a headache, pounding, just kind of feel into it, neck, shoulders, back. Where is that for you? Feel into it. And then give it a sense of what the exact emotion is there. And that can be anywhere from that intense disappointment, which I've said this before to you, if you've been around with me for a while, and if you're new, thank you so much for being here. Welcome, and thank you for coming back to those of you. But a big issue, particularly for most of us women, is that we will tend to say, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And I should qualify that. It's, I've seen for a lot of the young women now and the girls, they have far much more confidence and freedom to say that they're mad, that they're angry, and stand up. But many of us will just temper it down. I'm not mad, I'm just really disappointed. Well, know that that is a nice way to say you're angry. And just recognize that there is anger within you. Or if you use the word frustration, I'm just really frustrated about this. That is also anger. It's another level of it. So we're just going to express that. And it can also be this real sense of sadness and loss over the whole thing. And you may kind of go back and forth with that anger over here and the sadness over here and the frustration and all of it, right? So just lean into that and see what that is for you. Just make note of it. And now I want you to give all of that a number. How intense does this feel? This issue, this place in your body, the sensation, and the emotion that's all wrapped up in it. What is it for you? 0 to 10, 10 being over the top, like near panic, or intense anger and even rage, or, that intense sadness. What is it for you? Feel into it for a second. And we're going to start tapping. And or you might know that I don't always use the setup on the side of the hand. If you're really feeling things intensely, I like to just dive right in and start tapping. So it's okay if you would like to do that, and you can, if you have the time to do that. It's a thing that I kind of vacillate back and forth with on whether I start with that or not, right? Because I feel, especially when we're very upset and we have those intense emotions like anger and frustration, that we need to just dive in. It is okay for you to start here and just say, even though I feel all this anger, I am open to finding a way to releasing some of it. I do recommend that we don't say, even though I have anger, I love and accept myself, because our subconscious mind and that body isn't ready to say that. So if you feel some resistance, you'll know you hit that and you need to change the word a little bit. Which reminds me that anything I say, I want you to repeat it while we're tapping. But if there's something that doesn't quite resonate, doesn't sit with you, substitute a different word, your word that's coming up for you, or add it along with mine. Because this is all adjustable, flexible. You just make it yours. This is a guide. It's not set in stone. So let's dive in on how we feel. Start with that eyebrow point right here near the nose and just follow along and repeat what I say. Nice breath. I can't believe this happened. I can't believe he said that. Under the eye. I don't know what to do. Under the nose. But I am so upset right now. Chin. I am really angry. Collarbones. I'm so disappointed. Under the arm. How could this happen? Top of the head. I'm feeling this in my body. eyebrow. My head is throbbing. Side of the eye. I feel this in my neck and shoulders, all the way down my back. Under the eye. I can hardly breathe. My heart is beating fast. Nose. I feel sick to my stomach. Chin. This pain in my back. My lower back is aching. This pain under the arm. This betrayal. Top of the head. I feel so betrayed. Eyebrow. And I feel like a fool. Side of the eye. I should have known better. Under the eye. Maybe I did. Under the nose. And I did it anyway. Chin. I feel so foolish. Collarbones. This is so unfair. Totally unfair, unfair, unfair. Under the arm. This is unexpected. Top of the head. Like the rug has been pulled out from under me. Eyebrow, and I am left holding it all. Side of the eye. And nobody understands. Under the eye. I'm waking up at 3 in the morning. Under the nose. All these thoughts about what's happened. Chin. How I could have prevented it. Under the collarbones. How I could have done better. Under the arm. Betrayal. Top of the head. Anger. Eyebrow. Disappointment. Side of the eye. Frustration. Under the eye. I'm so upset about this. And I don't know how to stop thinking about it. Chin. But I would really like to let some of this go. Collarbones. So I am open and willing to finding a way to letting this go. Under the arm. I'm just going to honor how I feel. On top of the head. Of course I would feel this way. Eyebrow. Of course I would be angry. Side of the eye. And disappointed. Under the eye. And totally betrayed. Under the nose. I honor how I feel. Chin. I honor how much I've been through. Collarbone. I honor how much I'm going through. This has been a lot. Okay, take a breath. So we did a few rounds there. Sometimes it only takes one round and you feel yourself coming down and coming through it. But you saw all the different ways and the different words I use. That's all you need to do anytime you have a high emotion, whatever it is. It can be so scary. And I want to go one more moment into this, because when we get into anxiety, frustration, anger, sadness, underneath it can be another emotion that is truly the one that has us upset. Every time we are working on an issue, that prevailing issue isn't really the thing. There's something else there. And that's a lot deeper. We don't need to go there right now. But understand that you may have an emotion show up that you didn't plan on. You thought you were just going to talk about being angry and frustrated and being betrayed. But as your body feels safe enough, something else can come through. I know the first time I ever did this, and I was just tapping for anxiety, and it was just over the top. What came through was guilt. As I truly felt guilty about the things that had happened that caused all the anxiety. So, know that this can happen. And the biggest thing that I've seen too is that we can have all this anger, and underneath it is sadness. So you may come through this and get to an angry cry. But you may also be like I was for quite a while, and it was a lot of sadness. And underneath that was the anger. So allow this to flow, and know that whenever you're tapping, you come out of that busy mind, and so you can think, because you cannot think. It's offline when you're spinning. So as soon as you tap, you're bringing that down, and you are getting clarity and able to see and have a new perspective about everything. Now take a breath. Feel into all of this. Remember, you do not have to fix it. You just honor it. That is what it's all about. You can go into positive affirmational tapping if you wish, but only if you feel it's there. Otherwise, just fix it with not fix it, but end it with, I'm going to honor how I feel. That's all you need to do. Actually, as you're doing this, I always want to remember to tell you that as you're tapping, you will feel a release. Your body knows what to release. Even if you tap without words or you're tapping on somebody else's issue, your body knows. So you will feel it or sense it with a sigh, a yawn, a sneeze, a cough, a tear or many, a tingle. There can be all sorts of things. There can be just that inner shift, that within feeling, that nice breath. Notice when that comes through. That is the energy moving. So what I wanted to say earlier about what's underneath is fear. We often, as we're tapping around, I'm so mad about this, I feel so betrayed, I should have known better. But it can also be, oh my God, what's next? What's going to happen? I'm so afraid of what's going to happen. Allow yourself to go there and tap some more. Now, feeling into your body right now, how do you feel? Is this all in the same place in your body, or has it moved? If it was here in the chest and the heart, has it gone down or up or moved around? How is everything? And what's your number? You started out up there, anywhere from 4 and up. If that has come down, it's huge, whether it's 1 or 2 numbers or even further. Acknowledge that, and you can keep going. If you don't have time right now, do it later, especially before bed, to clear that out so you can sleep well. Right before bed, and you're tapping out any of this, you can say, there is nothing I can do right now. And there's nothing I can do at 3 in the morning. I may as well breathe and relax, right? So I just had to hop in here and do this for you, give you a little bit longer stretch, because I tend to want to do just 10 to 15 minutes. So thank you for spending this time with me, and even if you had to break it up into 2 sections or whatever, I totally appreciate that you are here. And I would love to hear from you on how this resonated. Please comment below, give me that thumbs up, help this channel grow, and help others learn this process that is the most potent mind, body, energy, soul tool I've ever come across. And until next time, remember that you are loved, and I see your beauty. I see your light. Shine brightly.